Well, it's been a minute, and I thought I would catch y'all up on how things have been, what I've been doing, where I've been. I'm going to skip a lot of the details. I'll say the last year has been difficult on my end of things, and I just haven't had the time or the bandwidth or like the urge to make these, frankly. But I'm trying to get back in the saddle, so to speak, and get back to making some of these and writing more again and doing all that stuff. Anyway, not to dwell on any of that. Run you through a couple of things and just sort of like directions and where I'm going and what I've been doing and all of that. Couple things. I got a pair of these Perlazumis. These are a flat-shoed pedal from them. I don't have a model name. Oh, X-Alp Launch, I guess. They're boa tightened. They've got Goodyear welts soles on the bottom of them. So that might be a clue. I've been riding flat pedals again on the mountain bike. And it's been a long time since I did that. The last time I did that, you wore skate shoes and had pedals with enormous pins sticking out of them, and you wore shin guards if you valued your shins at all. These are a radical departure for me in terms of how they feel. They're less bulky than a skate shoe. They sit lower. They're flatter. They've been an absolute delight. And while I am still building back up the skill set of riding flat pedals, because that's an acquired thing, these have been absolutely delightful for that. So, yeah, I know everybody's always talking about 510s and whatnot, but I've had very good luck with these. Maybe it's because I've come from Vans previously, but like, yeah, these have been pretty solid. I am getting ready to replace the grips on my mountain bike with yet another set of BMX grips, push-ons. I think I've talked in the past about how I prefer push-on grips for the extra squish they give your hands, because they don't have that hard plastic liner that lock-ons have. But my bike, after being all black everything for a long time, it's time to inject a little whimsy into it, so it's going to be pink for this year. I'll do a video of taking the old ones off and installing these and how I do that. If you've only ever come up riding lock-on grips, I'd urge you to give push-ons a try, but there are some caveats you should be aware of, and the install is particular if you want to have a good experience with it. So anyway, I'll be putting those on in a little bit. I got hooked up with some hand-me-downs. Check this jersey out, guys. Wool, long sleeve. Now look, I don't know when y'all came up, but like Breaking Away and the Italians Coming, yeah. So this is some hot business right here. Pretty psyched to get that out on a ride. And then in other stuff, I have a subscription to Bicycle Quarterly. The articles are great. The pictures are great. I get a little annoyed, I think, with Jan's pedantic nature in this about like what people should be doing and how they should be doing it and the gear that they should be using and that sort of thing. Anyway, it's been a delight. I've had a subscription with this for a while now. I don't know how much longer I'll keep it, honestly. I can only be told that all of my assumptions about tires are wrong so many times before I start to roll my eyes and move on, I think. But it is occasionally a good source of inspiration, and while not mountain biking specific, and neither is my biking life, there are bits in here that I do find entertaining or interesting or, I don't know, whatever. He's got a section in here in this issue called Bicycle Quarterly Icons, which are like bits of, well, bike parts or bike kit, I guess, that have been particularly influential in the Bike Quarterly world, and I was amused by how many of these I either had or have or am like deeply familiar with, and yeah, it's and how many of them I still use. It's just pretty funny for me because again I'm old and I'm fine with that. I also picked up this recently, Crafted with Pride 2023. I think it's the first edition of this. I don't think there's a 2022 edition. And if you look, it's modeled after like an old phone book. I don't know if you guys remember. The front of phone books used to have like ads in them, and the back were all just like the listings. So this has got everything in here. It's a compendium of makers, brands, that produce equipment or gear or clothing, but only people that make stuff in the United States. So this is all U.S. made gear, and it covers a wide swath of like eyewear and clothing and socks and bags and gloves and boots and like all sorts of stuff. So if you're looking for smaller, less known makers, I've been, I don't know about you, but like my Instagram has just been trash recently. I feel like every other post is like some terrible drop shipping company that that just outsources Alibaba stuff. It's just awful. The worst quality at very high prices, super trend specific. It's gross. Anyway, if you're looking to sort of step away from that and to like sort of say like, is this from a reputable company that has like a history of making this stuff? It's kind of a nice checklist or a checkbook to double check, like, is this just some drop shipping scam, or is this like a real maker that makes real stuff with a history of making that stuff? So it's kind of useful. I know it's very old school to have a reference book for that, but I just got sick of having to like look up a brand name, Google a brand name, find out it's drop shipping via some Reddit thread or whatever. It's just anyway, it's easier to have it all in one place sometimes. Yeah, so I've been refining my kit. I've been working on the bikes a little bit, and I am looking forward to getting out a lot more this year. I got some plans this year to do some bigger rides, and I've got some goals laid out for my riding for this year, and I'm excited about that. I'm going to try to bring the camera along with me more often when I do. So anyway, thanks for the support, even in my absence, and here's to 2023 not being like the last couple of years, I hope. Alright, catch you on the next one.